Good evening, everybody. How are you doing this fine Saturday night? Welcome to Romhack Races, week 146. Just to prove that I am not making this up, I will transition the screen over to the main race stream. Everyone say hi and wave to RBP as he gets set up for today's race. My name is Dr. No. It is my distinct honor and pleasure to be here for you tonight as your commentator while Glitch is off celebrating the holiday weekend. Fully vaccinated and ready to welcome in the summer we all wanted to have. We have for you, for your racing and viewing pleasure tonight, a brand new level never before seen by anyone except our Romhack Race testers. From none other than Orca BLN. Not only the creator of Titan Mario and Comfort Zone, two distinct Kaizo hacks you may be familiar with, but also the creator of several very well-received Romhack Race levels in the past, and we are very lucky tonight to have Orca back with Unlikely Allies. Our testers this week, which, by the way, shout out to our testers for pulling double duty this week. We had a fantastic Pride race on Wednesday night with a level from the Boogeyman, which was an absolutely beautiful level. If you haven't checked the VOD out for that, you should. It's fantastic. But our testers this week not only tested that level for Boogeyman, but also tested this level for Orca. They have rated this level at a 5 out of 10, with section length rated at a 5, trick complexity rated at a 6, and trick execution rated at a 5. So this is, as far as a 10-point scale goes, right dead set in the middle. Dead in the center. We are going to start off with Louis Doucet, Misha Vargas, RB Pimlico, and Zanian. We have 16 racers here for you tonight. More may come and go as they remember to sign up or have to take the race off for whatever reason. We are 30 seconds away by my clock. Hope everyone is doing fantastic this American holiday weekend. Hope everyone is staying cool. I know many of us have suffered from a heat wave. Many of us are also looking at potential bad weather this coming weekend, whether it's storms or otherwise. So I hope you're staying safe and healthy this holiday season. But we are set to go. We are 5 seconds away. Rami is going to count us down in the Discord, and we are off. Unlikely Allies by Orca BLN, and we are still waiting on Misha. There we go. Misha's off and running. The enemy of my enemy is my friend. Also, good luck. Good luck to all of our racers tonight, and thank you again to our scouts. We have Kelgand and Darkenine working behind the scenes to help us track. And I have not seen this level yet, so let's see what we got. We got Bill Kaizo. We are playing with bullet bills and shells, but the Koopas are taking out the bullet bills for... Okay. Unlikely Allies. The enemy of my enemy is my friend. Koopas and Bills. They've been serving together in Bowser's army for 30 plus years now, and apparently they've just never liked each other. So this is Koopas getting revenge on Bullet Bills and Mario taking full advantage of dissension within the ranks. So we got Louis, Misha, RBP, and Zanian just getting their bearings about them. Louis, which should be no surprise to anyone familiar with Romhack Races, is already finding new and exciting ways to make progress. We got the transparent Ghost Yoshi, which I hope is not a sign for, or an omen, I should say, for future references and races to come. But we have the Ghost Yoshi, we had some Ghost Paratroopers, and right now everyone's just kind of getting their bearings. It's kind of hard this early in a race, especially a race of a 5-star level, to really make a break for it unless you just get a god read off of a level. And while we've had racers in the past be able to pull that off, it looks like this week right now, everyone's just kind of taking it slow and steady, making slow incremental progress, which is perfectly fine. That's how these things work around here. Misha learning quickly, though, those death blocks are there for a very good reason. Orca does not let anything on the screen go to waste. If it's there for a reason, and that death block is there to make that jump particularly tricky. We're going to see RBP making some progress, getting to a saw jump. Oh, RBP taking it slow and steady, but I don't think that's a slow and steady trick. I think that's a trick that might require our racers to put the laser floor and really just commit, because that looks like a shell jump through some swamps that it's going to require some people to really commit to it. So if you haven't quite understood what the gimmick here is yet, you've got bullet bills and shells. The shells are actually doing the part of taking out some of this wall of bullets. And it's your job as the player to work with your newfound friends in these Koopas and their kicking shells to navigate these walls of bullets that are just flying your way. Louis making some progress. Zanian making some progress as well. Unfortunately, had a bit of a slip up there. RBP so far looks like they've had the best luck getting the furthest. They're the first I've seen make it to that thwomp jump. Doing some behind-the-scenes communication with our scouts here to make sure everyone's on the up and up. And we are up to 17 racers now, so we have 17 total. You've got the 4 you have on the screen now, and the 13 other racers that have all signed up to take this race at the same time. Everyone started right on the clock at 8 Eastern, which for our racers varies anywhere from very early in the day to very late in the day to very early in the morning. Nisha getting off the Yoshi. And it looks like some racers are having trouble with that throw. When they're the ones that actually have to take the wall of bullets out themselves, as you see RBP do, that's where it's starting to get tricky, because it looks like our racers are struggling to get that jump off of the throw block. So they're able to get the throw block through the wall of bullets, but it's that jump that follows immediately afterwards that's proving to be a bit tricky. RBP thinks like we've got it figured out, but that regrab, that is a Titan level regrab right there. As I said, we've got 17 racers here, so we're gonna do our best to feature some people, as no one has quite yet made a break for it. We're gonna bring Halcyon in, see how Hal's doing after a very strong race on Wednesday. Seeing a lot of repeat names here, so it's really good to see everyone. We're always glad to have people come out. I know people like playing the new stuff, but just having people at all is just really, really gratifying for us. Louis making a break for it. Oh, Louis almost getting to that thwomp jump that RBP was at. But Louis is nothing if not consistent. Kelgand, our lead scout, and your leaderboard tracker for tonight, with a sideline report. Hal has actually also made it to the thwomps, so we have had multiple racers now make it to that thwomp jump. Again, shout out to Kelgand and Darkanine for being our scouts tonight. Normally the leaderboard is D4's domain, but she, as is GlitchCat, is traveling for the holidays, and so we are more than happy to try our best to fill their shoes while they take some much needed time and travel for rest and relaxation. They have certainly both earned it, to say the least. I'm going to switch the sound over to Halcyon real quick, and we are going to bring in Quiet Mason. Quiet Mason, someone else who had a very strong showing at the Pride race this past Wednesday. And yes, if you're wondering why I'm able to predict who's going where, it's because I am also running a bit of double duty tonight. So luckily this means that I'll be able to see exactly what is on screen because I'm the one putting it there, which is always fun to have control over. Right now it looks like there isn't really too much of a breakaway from any one racer. That can change very quickly though, so we are going to be sure that we are tracking all 17 racers to make sure that they get to their point. As Halcyon, see, Halcyon knows. Halcyon went for it. And no, they didn't get the shell jump that time, but they knew what they had to do and they went for it. Halcyon is very good at getting back to a trick. It may take them a while to get past a trick, but they are very good at beating it once and it being beaten. So don't be surprised if you see Hal very soon get back and make it past that thwomp jump. Quiet Mason getting on the Ghost Yoshi, getting off the Ghost Yoshi because that's just a terrifying thought. Riding an incorporeal Yoshi. It's just slightly horrifying. Quiet Mason almost to that thwomp jump. Having a bit of trouble getting past that one wall of bullets, though. Goshi. I don't know if I like that or not, Pat. I respect it, but I don't know if I like it. RBP is having trouble getting back to the thwomps, it looks like. RBP made it to the thwomp jump that Halcyon was at, but it doesn't look like RBP is having as much success at getting back to those saws to make it to that thwomp jump. Again, Orca is no stranger to Romhack races, and also someone that none of these racers are strangers to either. I believe all of the racers on screen have raced at least one other Orca level, so they know. As Louis makes it to the thwomp jump, but doesn't quite get over the column. I almost said over the hump there, but it's a column, not a hump. So Louis has seen the shell jump. Louis is now officially in go mode for the thwomp jump. As RBP has made it back. Oh, but the momentum carries them too far on the platform. They don't even get a chance to make the shell jump. Quiet Mason building that regrab up. Quiet Mason going for a bit of a different stat as Louis made it back. Louis is our first racer. Oh, and Louis with the one shot. Louis with the one shot past the thwomp jump. That is skill beyond skill, my friends. As Louis is the first to H. And now we have this nonsense. And I say nonsense lovingly, Orca. I hope you know that. Now, please correct me if I'm wrong, because I was too busy absolutely marking out by Louis' awesome one-shot at the end there to fully comprehend what I was reading. But if I read what I think I read, as Quiet Mason getting close, gets to the thwomp jump, but isn't quite able to make the shell jump. If I read correctly, Orca, you, for this section that Louis is on, have disabled shell jumping off of, or not shell jumping, spin jumping through bullets. So you can now no longer, in the section that Louis is on, Louis is unable to spin jump, if I read that correctly. So you're seeing these giant towers of bullets, and you're like, why doesn't Louis just spin jump through them? I believe Orca has, yeah, bullets are OP. You know what? I can understand that. It has been a long accepted worldview in Mario World that bullets are not OP. So Orca giving bullets back some of their pride and making them feel, for at least 1 week, just a little bit more powerful. Now, whether or not that power stands up in the face of Louis Doucet's gameplay, we will find out. Because Louis Doucet's gameplay might be the most OP thing there is. We've yet to fully determine it. Bullet Williams. Yes. Don't call me Bullet Bill. Bullet Bill is my dad. My name is Bullet William. Louis though making some moves. So don't count Louis out by any stretch of the imagination, and don't count out RBP, Halcyon, or Mason for that matter, because all three of them are very close. All three of them have made it to that shell jump, and Louis showed that you can make it past the shell jump in one shot. Now, will other racers make it past in one shot? We'll find out. I bet you at least one will. Our racers are really good. All of them, not just the ones you see on screen now. As you see, Halcyon made it past the shell jump, but wasn't quite able to make the snap read that Louis was to get past that on the first shot. Very close, though. Halcyon is right there. If you're going to call anyone in second place right now, you'd have to give it to Halcyon, just on that one last little nigh alone. Meanwhile, Louis is making, I'd say making steady but slow progress here on this section. Mason has also seen that rope. Okay. So right now it's a matter of consistency, and Halcyon, Halcyon is as steady as steady as it gets, really, when it comes to this kind of racing. So seeing Halcyon get all the way back to that thwomp jump, not surprising. As Louis makes it to what appears to be a Yoshi feat. More ghost Yoshis. I understand. Yep, there it is. What? Oh, there's this, what? Louis, what? I'm not gonna lie, y'all. I thought Louis was gonna one-shot that again. I legit thought Louis had that pegged, like, right away. As Halcyon! A is disabled. Bullets are deadly. There you go. There it is. OP. OP bullets. Just like Orca said. But Halcyon with the H joins Louis in section number 2. How many sections are there? I don't know. We'll find out together. I'm not good enough to play these things. I don't know what y'all are talking about. These things are hard. Halcyon not necessarily trusting the message box and finding out for themselves that yes, indeed, the bullets are deadly. All right. Louis. What? Oh, what? Wow, Louis Doucet. And what have you wrought on this earth, Orca? Louis, we are seeing right now a fierce head-to-head conflict between Louis Doucet's gameplay and Orca's level design, and right now we can all just sit back and just appreciate it, because this is classic stuff right here. This is the stuff you clip, you show back to your friends. They're like, "What's up with Romhack races? Why do you people watch these things?" What Louis just pulled off right there at the end of that little section right there, that is gameplay. We've got boss music, we've got boss graphics, we've got layer 2 scrolling, but I don't see a boss. Maybe the boss is the level itself. We'll find out together. Meanwhile, Halcyon not content to just let Louis walk away with this one. Halcyon is making Louis earn it, and Quiet Mason and RBP are also not slouching on this one. In fact, you can see Quiet Mason right now. One spin jump too many. Just one. That's all it takes. An attempt can ultimately fail just because of one extra bounce. Jib with the Galaxy Brain point. Orca has already put a boss at the end of an auto scroller once. Would he do it? Would he do it this week in a Romhack race level? We'll find out together, I guess. We'll find out with Louis, unless someone beats Louis to it. Would he do it again? Yes. Did he do it again? That is the question we ultimately need to answer. I think we can all agree that potential is there, absolutely. Louis. Oh, Louis, little too hasty on the auto scroller. Just a wee bit too hasty. Meanwhile, Halcyon making it to this little shell jump section. Let's see if they can... Oh, Halcyon knows what to do, though. So Halcyon read the trick. Halcyon knows that he needs to race in front of the shell and not chase it. So Halcyon is getting close. We are going to bring in someone else who's been dangerously close to getting past this first section. We're bringing in You Fail Me. You Fail Me has Nide on the shell jump by the Thwomps as well. We're going to cycle them in to see if we can't catch some progress. But hold the phone just as I say that. Yuri Densetsu out of nowhere. Yuri Densetsu just rockets past and joins Halcyon in the second section. Yuri Densetsu, who has been absolutely beasting it the past few weeks, joining Halcyon here in this second bullet OP section. Meanwhile, Quiet Mason is still making progress and is very close to joining Yuri and Halcyon in the second section. But Halcyon making a break for it. Oh! Just a little bit too much momentum. You can see they tried to pull back too. They just didn't pull back in time. So Halcyon joining Yuri back here at the front of the section. Yuri still has a lot of knowledge to gain if they want to catch up with Halcyon's knowledge gap. Meanwhile, Louis is still working on this auto scroller. A full section ahead of every other racer tonight. Let's see if Louis slows his roll a little bit. Oh, Louis almost forgets to scroll. Oh, Louis has reached the bottom of the auto scroller. What has Louis found? Louis has found 2 silver P switches and a key. Okay, what is the end key? Oh, a boss at the end of an auto scroller. And here I thought that racers were going to have to juggle a key with 2 silver P switches to find some keyhole. But no. Orca's like, no, you can save your switch key juggling puzzles for later. I'm going to put a big boo. I'm going to put a big boo in the end of the fight. Oh, Louis, too smart for you, remembers that if he kills that big blue, that block is going to fall out from underneath him. Gets back to the cement. Gets the win. 20, 30, give or take a couple. Louis absolutely gaming out of his mind. Sprites, Music ASM, Russian Man Kevin, and Janklord Dan the PP. There was a few other people there. Logic, Sequel, Om Nom Nom. Thank you for testing. Louis dies in the credits. You hate to see it, folks. Louis dies in the credits. We're going to switch over to Halcyon real quick. I'm going to bring the volume level down just a wee bit so not to blow out your ear holes. And we're bringing back You Fail Me. Because we got room now, because Louis is done. Absolutely phenomenal job, Louis. Extremely, extremely awesome gameplay there. Very, very, very high levels of game knowledge to not die to that boot fight. And I think that's a good thing to note. I think that's going to be a really interesting thing to see. Will that boo fight... Is that boo fight going to cost anyone some time they would have otherwise saved, knowing that the question mark block is going to fall out from underneath you when you kill it? Because I can see someone make it all the way down to that section, gets past the auto scroller, is like, oh, thank goodness. Gets to the boo fight, is like, oh crap, I got to kill this boo. Kills it, forgets that they're on a sprite, it has to do the whole thing over again. You say you hate to see it, and you really do hate to see it, but there are some things you hate to see that you can also kind of see coming. So we're going to see tonight if some of our racers have either the game knowledge to make it past that little trap or the mental to overcome and potentially have to do that auto-scroller twice. But that's all in the future. Right now we are celebrating the present, and the present is You Fail Me, Quiet Mason, Yuri Densetsu, and Halcyon. If you're just joining us, welcome to Romhack Races. Halcyon has made it to the third room, third boss room, boss fight, scroller, auto-bosser. I'm gonna call it the auto-bosser. Auto-booster. Regardless of whatever you want to call it, Halcyon is there. Halcyon making his descent to madness. This is Yuri. Yuri has also got the knowledge to know that they need to rush out ahead of it, not chase it. Yeah, but see, Xandro, I like Dreadmill, but Dreadmills go horizontally. This is a vertical. This is like a stair climber of pain, except instead of stairs, it's death blocks and Eries. It's like one of those giant stair climbers. Meanwhile, Mason, oh! Getting it at the buzzer, clutches out that rope jump. Gonna have to go through that pipe. As soon as they get through that pipe, they're gonna see that sweet, sweet H. And there it is. Quiet Mason has joined Yuri here in Section 2. Meanwhile, Halcyon's still working on this third section / auto fight. It's not an auto fight. You actually have to do the fight. That was close. Mason went from halfway above the rope to all the way above the rope in a span of time that, if it were any less, would not have ended well. Would not have ended well at all. If you're just here, we have 16 racers that are left. We have Halcyon on the third section. We have Yuri and Mason working on the second section, and we have 14, sorry. Wait, no, math. 16, 15, 14, 13 other racers all still working on the first section of this level. I promise you, I know what I'm doing. I promise. I can count. You fail me. Clears the... Oh, no! You fail me. Gets the shell jump, but doesn't have the distance to get the Koopa on the other side. Ah. All right. Yuri with the knowledge. Oh, Yuri pulls up. Oh, no! Yuri! Yuri is right there. Yuri has hit everything except clearing the bonk of death on that Yoshi jump. Yuri is right there. Speaking of right there, you fail me. Oh! You fail me. Does not get the good rope blessing that Quiet Mason got. And unfortunately has to go all the way back to the beginning. You Fail Me is an incredibly good racer, though. Do not expect to see them on this section for too much longer. Meanwhile, Yuri gets back on the Yosh, gets through. Now, moment of truth. Gets in there, gets the H. Yuri has joined Halcyon here in the auto scroller. Meanwhile, You Fail Me has joined Quiet Mason in Section 2. I told you he wouldn't be there very long. I told you You Fail Me wouldn't take very long to get out of that section. I kind of know what I'm talking about sometimes, so don't just tune me out entirely just because I only do this every so often and I'm kind of like doing other things too, like pushing buttons and stuff. Meanwhile, Halcyon has... Halcyon's like, do I need a key? He's like, I do need a key, but not for reasons you think I need a key for. Alright, Halcyon. Let's see you take on this fight. Halcyon, smart enough to not hit the switch. Meanwhile, Yuri coming to terms with this auto-scroller. Alright, Halcyon hit 2. Now, Halcyon needs to go back, get the second silver P switch, and survive the third hit. First, Halcyon needs to get the P-switch. Alright. Halcyon taking it very careful. Alright, Halcyon. Let's watch. Everyone's kind of here waiting for it. We know what's coming. Halcyon's like, oh, I'm not even going to go that way. I'm going to make him come to me. I'm going to make this Boo come to me. Halcyon's like, I'm not even going to play your game. Oh, no! When you do everything right, except one thing. Oh, that is... Oh. I actually kind of hated to see it. Yeah, I don't know. Yuri made it to the fight. I don't think Yuri realized what was happening. Yuri just kind of threw himself at those blocks and was like, this is fine. Yes, Louis, very, 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 very good game. That was incredible to watch. Well done. All right. Yuri actually makes it back to the fight first, but Halcyon has beaten this fight once. Oh, and Yuri's like, what am I doing? Yuri's like, oh, I'm dying now. All right. Halcyon is back. Mason is close. Mason is getting very close to joining Yuri and Halcyon here in this last room. By the way, just a bit of an update right now. None of our other racers have made it past the first room yet, so we still have our top 4 right here on screen. Yuri and Halcyon in the last room, Eufailme and Quiet Mason in the second, but Halcyon is putting the last touches on what is hopefully the last time he has to play this. All right, Halcyon is taking it as meticulously as possible. All right. I think by now Halcyon knows that the Boo won't come to him, so he's going to have to go to the Boo. Meanwhile, Yuri's back. Halcyon makes it and gets off the block this time. There you go. We're not going to have that nigh happen 2 times. We don't let that happen. Halcyon snatches second place. Meanwhile, Yuri getting very close. We're going to bring Nathan in. All right, Yuri. While we're here, the whole world's watching. Meanwhile, while Yuri's making this fight go... And Yuri with the first... No knives for Yuri tonight. No knives. No knives necessary. Yuri getting third place. GG, Yuri. Once you figured out what to do with that fight, you were right there. Meanwhile, speaking of that fight, Quiet Mason has entered the auto-scroller room and is slowly making the descent towards the Boo fight. We brought in Nathan here at the bottom. And as we transition, we are going to bring back RBP. So, right now, just a bit of a recap. We have our top 3. Louis Doucet, Halcyon, Yuri Densetsu. Right all at the 31-minute mark, we have our top 3. Quiet Mason is in the lead of all the racers remaining here in the third room. Eufailme is currently the only racer here on the second room. All of our other racers are all working on this first room. This first room is proving to be, of the 3 rooms, the bottleneck. So far, all of our other racers have been able to make it past the second room faster than they could the first. So, once people are able to figure out that grinder and thwomp jump combination, I think it unlocks the rest of the level for them. We can start seeing some more clears here very, very soon. It's quite, as Eufailme is getting knowledge. Meanwhile, Mason has already made it to the bottom of the auto-scroller, which might be the fastest of anyone that's made it there so far. So Mason at least has seen the bottom of the auto-scroller after just a handful of attempts at most. So Mason is really turning up the intensity here in this last room. Meanwhile, Nathan and RBP are both still trying to navigate this sort of midway of the first room. Yeah, thank you! Exclamation point leaderboard. We have a real-time leaderboard that we are tracking all of tonight's racers at and getting as many of their finish times as we can. Meanwhile, you fail me making a break for it. Oh boy. Oh no. Just a little too hasty for you fail me. Just a microsecond too hasty. Yoshi vibe just a little too hard for you fail me there. And you fail me has to do that section all over again. Luckily, it might not take them very long. Take a breath. Take a breath, you fail me. You got this. You're right there. Meanwhile, Mason. Does Mason know what he's in for? Alright, Mason's got the first hit. Mason's going back now. Where is Mason going? Mason just wants to get all up in this Boo's face. Like, oh, I'm not afraid of you. What? What do you got? No, you got nothing. I got nothing either to throw at you, but you got nothing. Mason establishing dominance over the big Boo there. Meanwhile, Nathan has figured it out. Nathan has H'd and is joining You Fail Me here in the second room. Meanwhile, You Fail Me making another... Ooh, almost made a break for it. Just a bit mistimed on the shell chase. Nathan's making work. Nathan is a really good racer, y'all. I say that about everyone because it's true. Everyone that participates in these races is really freaking good at Super Mario World. And I mean like really freaking good. Meanwhile, Mason making another run back. Now Mason's like, all right, I established dominance the last time we faced. Now I'm just going to beat you. Or at least that was the thought. You fail me making it back. All right, you fail me. Gonna let... Oh, no. If I know Orca probably made it so that you can't respawn that bullet. I don't want to say that Orca's mean, but Orca's... There's nothing... Orca doesn't put anything in that level that isn't there on purpose. And I have a feeling that that is there on purpose. So, I don't know if You Fail Me could have saved that. Yo, GG, Halcyon, welcome in. Awesome, awesome job. Alright, Mason. Mason going for hit number 3. What's going to happen? Mason has established all sorts of dominance over this Boo. And you know what? Sometimes you just got to stop talking about it and just do it. Alright, You Fail Me. There you go, You Fail Me lets the Yoshi through. And gets the H, You Fail Me. Joining the auto-scroller. We are going to bring back Zanian right now. So, You Fail Me is on the third section, Nathan MG is on the second section, and Zanian and RBP are both still working on the first section. Zanian, I have been told by our scouts, has actually made it to the shell jump 4 times. So, it's really just a matter of moments now. Yo, GG Quiet Mason. You showed that Boo boss. you showed that Boo Boss exactly how much better you are. You may not have killed it right away, but you established dominance, and that is impressive. Well done, Mason. GG. You Fail Me is making their way down the auto scroller, slowly but steadily. Meanwhile, the wall of bullets right before the grinder, that might be the bottleneck for this entire race. That and maybe the shell chase, but the shell chase is proving to be pretty reliable. As hold the phone, we have a breakaway. Chef Boy Eric has joined Nathan MG in the second section. And you should know, all of these racers right now are streaming live on Twitch. I'm not saying you should go follow them like right now, but definitely keep track of some of the names you're seeing. And if you don't follow these people, you should go give them a follow, because all of them not only play the Mario very, very well, but they also are very entertaining streamers. So go give people like Chef Boy Eric a follow, because Chef Boy is very good. Go give You Fail Me a follow, because You Fail Me is about to take on this boss fight. Oh. You Fail Me deciding to also establish dominance in a different way, just juggling the key before throwing it right in the face of the Big Boo. We'll see right now where You Fail Me goes with this. You Fail Me makes this realization that there were multiple item blocks back there. Goes back, gets the silver P-switch. Just not wasting any more time. Knows what they want. Goes back. Very good use of the Eerie. Very good save there. That would have been very... I spoke too soon. I'm sorry. That's my fault. I cursed that one. I take full blame for that one. I was just about to say it was a really smart move by You Fail Me to spin jump there, because the Eerie was coming up right over the block. And then You Fail Me just jumped right into an Eerie. Yeah, that's my fault. I'll try not to do that again, folks. My apologies. This should not be a lesson to never say nice things about people when they play things. That's not the lesson to learn here. The lesson to learn here is that the commentator has power, and it's up to the commentator to use that power for good or for evil. Zanian going for an absolutely alternate strat. I have no idea if that's even possible or not. I kind of don't care. That was really cool. Yeah, I appreciate that, IKP. I'm just hyped because all of this is going so awesome. Orca made an absolutely great level. All of our racers are absolutely killing this great level, and I say that respectfully and lovingly. But they are putting this level to work, and it is really fun to see. You Fail Me going for hit number 3. Dodging the Eerie's this time. Now let's see. Oh no, can You Feel Me make it back? Oh. So if you're unfamiliar with how boss fights work here, when you kill a boss in Super Mario World, all the sprites on screen go away. It's just like when you hit a goal tape. Like when you hit a goal tape, the sprites disappear. What you may not know is that that flying question block is also a sprite. So when you kill the Big Boo, that sprite goes away. And you could tell You Fail Me had that kind of realization. Not all, but logic, please. Now, I'm making a good point here, Logic, and you're semanticing me. Okay, never mind, y'all. Never mind. Never mind. Anyway, the point is that is a trap, and it is a particularly brutal trap, because if you're not completely unlocked with your game knowledge, the floor literally will disappear from underneath you. As the absolute mad lad making a break for it out of nowhere, Rustafuzzy. Rusty getting past the first section, joining Chef Boy and Nathan on the second section. You'd love to see it. Rusty is awesome, y'all. Like I said, you should follow all these racers, but if you don't follow Rusty, make a point to do that at some point in your life. It's worth it. Louis with the absolute god tier Twitch chat. 4-way LDAD combo. Excellent. Not only a master of playing Mario, but a master of chatting while watching people play Mario. Truly a well-rounded Twitch streamer. You family going for hit number 3. Yeah, I think they're trying to do what Halcyon did and make the boo come to them. But this boo is very, very territorial. This boo wants, yeah. Oh, you failed me. A little gun shy there. Really was trying to make that boo get a little closer to the cement block, but that boo is not moving. That boo is pretty stuck in its ways. Yo, RBP off stream also getting to the second section. So we now have a fourth racer on the second section. If you're wondering where all of the other racers are, don't worry. I have them. They're all here. We're just rotating people in and out of the stream as they either enter the top 4 or pull off of... If there's a whole bunch of people and none of them are making particular progress ahead or behind anyone, we try and rotate people in. But right now, what you're seeing is the 3 people that have been on the second section the furthest. RBP just H'd right after we brought in Rusty. So you failed me finishing up this boss fight. Rusty, Chef Boy, and Nathan are all working on section number 2. RBP is also working on section number 2 right off stream. We also have 8 racers that are just absolute troopers still working on section number 1. Alright, here you go, Fail Me. You Fail Me waiting to line this up. Really trying to get the perfect lineup for this. You Fail Me's. I don't know if You Fail Me is feeling particularly shy or if they're just if that one little trap has thrown off the way they approach the end of this fight. And it was, I don't want to say it was what I was worried about, but it was something that I mentioned earlier, is that this is a test of a couple different things. It can be a test of your game knowledge, but it could also be a test of your mental, and I think Orca might have it. The sprites don't disappear right away. They disappear when the boss dies. And if you'll notice, the Big Boo always takes a bit of a hit animation before it dies. And after the 3rd hit, you have that time of the hit animation to bail off of the question mark block. So it's not instant. Now let's see if... Yeah, there you go. There, You Fail Me got it that time. That was it. Boom. That's exactly right. You Fail Me needed to take advantage of that last second plus of hit animation. You had to bail off that question mark block before it goes away. But GG, You Fail Me, 46 minutes. Very, very good, very respectable time for such a hard level. We're going to bring RBP back in. So right now we have 4 racers all working on the second section. Well done. Well done to our top 5. Well done to everyone still playing this thing. This thing is a rough, hard, very challenging level. Orca did an absolutely amazing job building something that's both fun and difficult. Nathan might be the first to make it out, but bonks on the death block, which is never a pleasant bonk. Alright, so chat, help me do my job. And I don't necessarily mean this one, but you may have noticed in our pre-show video, and if you haven't noticed it yet, I highly encourage you, after the race is over, to visit smwcentral.net, because we are in the middle of C3, which, if you are not familiar, is the SMW Central Creativity Convention, which is the biggest show and tell of Super Mario World ROM hacking anywhere. It just started yesterday, and I want to know, for everyone here in chat, what are some of the coolest things you've seen at C3 so far? You have a lot to choose from, and I say do my job for me because I'm helping write the Spotlight nominations for the site Spotlight for C3. So if I see something cool here in this chat, I might be able to pop it into that Spotlight if it's not already there. But chat, if you've been around C3, what's some of the coolest stuff you've seen? Let me know. We can talk about it while these racers are making some really awesome progress. Oh yeah, C3 started. C3 started yesterday, in fact. I was there. I watched them do it. I'll give you a couple of my things that I am really excited for, just from a Kaizo perspective, because that's kind of the mood we're in right now. I did open nominations, because I'm the one that actually has to copy-paste all those into the box, Louis. That's what I get to do. But I'm also the person that got to write subscribe to LaForge's Only Sprites and put it on the banner of SMW Central, which might be the peak of my contributions to that site, and that includes 2 KLDCs. Oh god, the RNG up pipe. Yes, if you have not seen, one of the things that has been unearthed during the C3, LaForge, the great force for good LaForge, has released a demo or a trailer. I'm not sure if it's a demo or just a trailer, but has released evidence of Only Sprites, which is a hack. That is exactly what it says on the tin. It is Only Sprites. And if you have no idea what that would look like, the only thing I can tell you is to go to SMW Central and just watch. And Nathan is getting so close, y'all. Nathan is right there. It is getting very, very close. Let's see if we can get it this time. Got the chase set up. We're good. You got it? You got it? You got it? Oh, good. Okay. That's good. Nathan's chat was going to blow him up if he missed that again. I'm just going to let y'all know. Nathan's chat goes hard. Fail Me, thank you so much for the raid. Awesome, awesome job tonight. But also C3, some other C3 stuff that I've seen. We got footage of a new Sokoban solver hack, which, what? Who had that on your bingo card? I certainly didn't, and I'm actually kind of really stoked to see what happens. Oh, RBP! RBP gets a little ahead of his skates there and vibes Yoshi right into the wall. But yeah, we got a Sokoban Solver trailer. We got Margot's trailer for Sayonara 2, which looks amazing, Margot. We got Cozy Duck releasing Mario versus the Crab Army, which looks amazing in a very different way than Sayonara 2 looks amazing. We got the Dark Side 2 from Insanit. There's just so much good stuff, y'all. I can't, and that's just the hacks and the trailers. That doesn't even get into the absolutely mind-blowing ASM and ports and graphics and all of the other stuff that comes out. RB Pimlico getting through the door. Moment of truth. What? Come on, RBP. You're over. Yeah, RBP. You gotta trust Orca. Orca's there for you. Orca will catch you. Just fall. Just close your eyes and fall. RBP joining Nathan. I don't know what you're talking about, Tarkanine. I have absolutely no idea what you're talking about. Yo, did you know at C3 we got news of a new Yoshi's Island editor? Not a new Yoshi's Island hack. A new Yoshi's Island editor. Which, if you've never used Golden Egg, you don't understand why a new Yoshi's Island editor is such a big deal. But we got to see our first glimpses of Egg Flutter from Yoshi Fanatic, which, y'all, if that looks as good as it looks in the screenshots in action, Yoshi's Island is about to unlock in a way that none of us are ready for, myself included. Chef Boy Eric getting very close, gets past the shell jumps, but not able to carry everything through to the thwomp to the end of this section. Eric is getting very, very close. Yeah, a new Yoshi's Island editor, absolutely amazing. Absolutely amazing contribution. And honestly, it almost pales in I don't say pales. It almost gets buried under what might be the most exciting and most interesting and most, to me, most inspiring thing that's been announced at C3 so far, which is that after 9 years of development, White Yoshi Egg is ready to release a Plumber for All Seasons. If you do not know what a Plumber for All Seasons is, you owe it to yourself to watch the trailer for a Plumber for All Seasons. It might be the most beautiful SMW hack I've ever seen. White Yoshi Egg has been working on this hack actively for 9 years, and it is releasing very, very soon. I mean, we hope it's been worth the wait. The trailers alone have been worth the wait. It goes without saying that even in the Kaizo hacks included, this might be the most anticipated hack in SMW Central history, including, and this is no disrespect, but including Barb's hacks. And I am so happy for White Yoshi Egg and so excited that we as a community are going to be able to finally play the full version of Plumber for All Seasons. It'll be better than Duke Nukem Forever. You know, I hope so. I hope so. For all of our sake. Oh, Chef Boy Eric just sails right over the thwomp. They are getting better at getting to the thwomp, so hopefully soon we're there. Rusty makes it to the shell chase, but kills the shell instead of the Koopa. Progress is being made. All of our racers so far are making great progress. Walking Eye off stream, joining Rusty and Eric here in Section 2. Meanwhile, RBP has made it. RBP makes it. Doesn't get bit by the auto scroller, makes it to the bottom of the screen, and now is like, what is this? So far, none of our racers have just snap hit the switch, which is a really great sign that they know something's up. I said snap hit the switch. RBP doesn't realize this is a boss fight yet. RBP's trying to win. RBP playing that one very carefully. Maybe too carefully to get knowledge. I don't know if they realized that they were in a boss fight or not. Rusty just a little bit too far ahead of his skates, ahead of that Yoshi. See, okay, Orc admitted it, chat. You see that. Orca says the testers maybe put a sign there. Thank the testers. RBP now realizes this is a boss fight and immediately throws himself in a pit. We've all been there, right? We've all had that moment where it's like, well, I don't want to be here anymore. First thing I do in a boss fight, die to establish dominance. Nathan has had some very, very unfortunate misses, but Nathan has made it to the bottom of the floor. Let's see if Nathan is able to put it together. Nathan sees the key. Meanwhile, RBP gets hit number 2. And now we see if RBP can stick the landing, quite literally. And oh, you know, I had my doubts. But RBP got that sub-hour boss clear. GG, RB Pimlico. Well done. Congrats on getting through. We're going to bring in, if I can find them in the list, Walking Eye. Walking Eye has also been on this second section for a bit now. Meanwhile, Nathan playing this fight slow, and it pays off. With the off-screen, Nathan didn't even wait to see if they hit. They were just like, nope, I'm out. I'm out. And it paid off. Nathan with the clear. Well done. Nathan, MG, and RB Pimlico. Let's check in with Zanian, shall we? Let's see how Zanian's doing. Zanian is still pushing through. Zanian is being an absolute trooper here on this first section. Yo, GG RBP, well done. Down the volume just a tiny bit there. All right, we've got 4 racers right now, all working on this. 3 racers working on the second section and 1 still working on the first. We've got Walking Eye, Rusty, and Chef Boy Eric. Yo, Nathans, thank you so much for the raid, and very, very swaggy end to that boss fight for you, Nathan. That was a very swaggy end to that boss fight, and I just now noticed that Zanian's still trying to spin jump off those thwomps. I'm a little worried that Zanian's not going to be able to pull that swag strat off. You're not the only one, Nathan. That first room is proving to be the bottleneck. It's a very early bottleneck, but it is the part where people are holding. People are getting stuck the longest is in that first room. Once you get through the first room, you've made it past the... From a time perspective, you very likely made it past the halfway point. No, we've still got 9 racers total. We've got these 4 on stream, and we've got 5 racers still working off stream. We're an hour in. We try to schedule these race streams for 2 hours, but that doesn't mean the races take 2 hours. Sometimes people go a bit longer, depending on their own availability. We've had racers go as long as 3, 4, 5. I think the record right now is 6 hours. I say record not to imply that that's bad, but to imply that these levels are hard. And the people that clear them are very good. And it doesn't matter if they clear them in 20 minutes or 6 hours. Beating a level of this caliber is a testament to your skill. So, exclamation point leaderboard in chat to see everyone who has been able to make it through all the way this race. We all started at the same time an hour and 3 minutes ago. We've had 7 finishers so far. We've had 16 people join us, or 17 people join us, I should say. And it has been a treat. Orca, you made an absolutely killer level to watch, my friend. Well done. And well done to all of the racers, both those that have finished and those that are still working. It's fun. It is absolutely fun to watch. Yo, we have a report of progress. Germ Dove. Germ Dove has been making some progress getting to the shell jump. So I'm going to give them a chance to see if they can make it back here on this run. But we have had some progress here in our racers that are still working on the first section. Germ Dove makes it to the shell jump, not quite over the top. Let's bring it in. Let's just, meanwhile, Chef Boy going for the shell. Oh, almost. All right, we had Germ Dove take a shot at the shell jump. Let's see if Endless Ascent can get back there. Not on this attempt, but they're getting close. Our crew on this first section is getting dangerously close to breaking through, and when they break through, they're going to break through in a pack. I can guarantee it. We've had at least 3 people nigh on that last jump. We're getting close, y'all. We're getting close to a pack of them getting through and making some real progress, which is really cool to see. Yeah. Our testers rated the hardest level to grok, if you will, kind of the hardest trick to interpret here, as a 6 out of 10, which is pretty beefy. I will say it is a pretty beefy. That's a pretty beefy score, all things considered. 6 out of 10 is definitely nothing to sneeze at, and whether or not that exact trick is what I think it is, which to me personally, that trick would be the combo of the grinder surf into that mid-flomp shell jump. That is proving to be, regardless if it was the brainiest trick, that is the gatekeeper here. Once you get past that trick, you appear to have a much smoother ride the rest of the way through the level. Rusty's past the shell jump, but the nigh on that death block is... I don't know if we could call it a nigh, because unless you want to consider that the last trick and the Yoshi kill, or the Yoshi damage boost and door entry just kind of a heat check. Meanwhile, Eric taking his time, making a smart move, and All right, Eric is the first of our 4 to get past the room. Now they are 1 Yoshi jump away from the auto scroller. We're not there yet. Don't count your chickens before they hatch. That was a creator's curse. That was not a caster curse. That was not a commentator's curse. That was a creator's curse. Now you know how it feels, Orca. Now you know how it feels. It doesn't feel good, does it? No, it doesn't feel good. That's the thing with a race level. And really Kaizo in general. No matter how tempting it is, you can never truly turn off your brain. And there it is, Chef Boy Eric. Again. I don't like calling them chokes. I really don't like calling them chokes because it's not like the stakes are high-ish, but calling it a choke is... I know why people call it that. I'm not a fan. I'm just not a fan. As it looks like, unfortunately, we may have lost Endless for the time being. Hopefully that is just a temporary thing. But while we work to see if we can't get Endless back, we are going to bring Misha in. Misha, who also had a phenomenal Pride race earlier this week. Misha put on a heck of a show in Bergie's Pride level on Wednesday night. As Eric, all right, Eric is back. Let's see if Eric is able to get through. And there we go. Yeah, that's not. You're not gonna let that happen more than once. Well done, Eric. And enjoy the H and enjoy this auto scroller. We're gonna put the sound on you. Alright. Walking Eye, Rusty, and Misha are working to play catch up, but Chef Boy Eric right now is our only racer here on this third and final room. So chat, while we've got a bit of a slower section, I want to know, what all are you playing this weekend? I know what I'm watching. I don't know if I can say it I'm playing it yet, but I know what I've been watching and what I've been really enjoying seeing. But I want to hear, what all are you playing this weekend, chat? What's new, whether it's from C3 or something else has come out from C3? What's caught your eye? What are you playing? What hacks are in your flashcards these days, y'all? OLDC levels, ooh! Yo, Pat, with the big brain, playing OLDC levels. Metal Crazy, that is awesome. Don't let anyone fool you. Akogari is no joke. Akogari is a phenomenal hack. It will make you a much better player, but it is a commitment, to say the least. So good luck on your Akogari journey. Fenrir playing United States of Mario Marathon's tour de force, if you will. Jez is playing some Invictus Absolute Power. Omnom is going back into the vault, digging up some deep cuts from the RHR library. Also playing some Purgatory by Fire 150. You love to see it. Fire, recent RHR creator, recently released their first hack, Purgatory. It's very good, y'all. You should play it. You should play all of these. They're all good. They're good. They're good Kaizos, Brent. Yo, GG, Kelgan. That's awesome. Congrats on re-entering, if you will. Yo, Nathan, congrats on Team Shell. I hope your hands are doing okay. Finished up mostly harmless. I I am so glad people are playing mostly harmless. I had the good fortune of working with Third Wall on getting some clips together for him for that, and so I got to fall in love with that hack. That hack is a blast. It's mean. Don't get me wrong. It's mean as heck, but it is a blast. Good. I'm glad to hear your hands are doing okay. And you know, Kelgan, as much as we love and appreciate you as a scout and all that you've contributed here behind the scenes, if you wanted to take a step up front of the curtain, no shade here. No shade at all. Go for it. I will never tell people to not play the levels and hacks that these people are making. Yeah, we got Dark now, so you're good. And we'll get Osu and T4 back, and everything will be swell. Speaking of swell, we're going to talk about next week real quick. So we have creators right now lined up through September, but we are always looking for more creators. If you want to know how to make levels for these Romhack races that happen every week, !Discord, we have an entire write-up on how you can reserve weeks and sign up for the testing and creation process to make your own Romhack race level in our Discord. So !Discord is a quick way to get the link, as Rusty just flies all the way over that thwomp, turns around, gives the thwomp a nice wave as they descend into the depths. Thank you, Omnom. I wasn't going to say anything. I was just going to let you roll with that, but it is what it is. Yo, Rusty is getting back to the thwomp pretty regularly. Problem is that thwomp is very sneaky precise. Like that thwomp, you look like you have more headroom than you do. So that thwomp is particularly sneaky. Meanwhile, Eric is getting acquainted with this auto scroller. Making moves, getting pretty close to the bottom. It looks like they're going to be able to make it to the bottom of this round. So let's see how they do with this little 3-block contraption that Orca has built here. Now, does Eric go to the right first, or does Eric? So Eric goes for the knowledge play. Eric takes what's being given at face value, sees the big boo, and realizes that face value doesn't get you much right now. Knows pretty quickly that that wasn't the strat, and just decides to chalk it up to experiences. Yo, speaking of hacks that we're all just playing this weekend, I want to give a personal shout out to a person I've had a chance to work with, both here at Romhack Races and just in life. I'm going to give them a quick shout out. Microwave Brother. I'm not still 100% sure how to pronounce this, but Microwave Brother releasing Ogheim, or Ogim. I'm not entirely sure how to pronounce it, to be completely honest with you. I'm sure it's somewhere. Releasing his hack dedicated to his dear friend and our dear friend, White Moth, level creator extraordinaire, as Walking Eye just sails like a rainbow over the swamp. Shout out to Microwave Brother on the release of Ogheim. So, it has been, so real talk, from my seat here as the caster and kind of the putter together of these things, I'm pretty sure that's the proper phrase for it, is Eric is getting ready to rejoin us here at the boss fight. Yeah, Rusty, you get close. Rusty just died of clipping into the wall, which is a thing that can happen in this level if you are too hasty with that Yoshi. you got to give that Yoshi a chance to get out from the wall, because if you just let that Yoshi go and immediately try and hop back on, you're gonna have a bad time. But I get to do the pre-show videos, one of the things every week, and two things I started doing in the pre-show video that I'm having a good time doing are putting together the list of upcoming creators and the new hacks, a selection of the new hacks that have come out on SMW Centrals in the past week. And I'm noticing more and more that there is an overlap. That didn't used to always be the case, but I'm now starting to see some people that I first got to know here through RHR start really stepping up and making some absolutely incredible full hacks. Fire 150, I know, has been working on stuff long before they made a race level, but Quiet Mason releasing Fire and Ice. You see so many awesome creators here. As Eric with the swag kill with the Nathan strat of just throw it in his face and jump off as fast as you can. Eric with the sub 120 clear. GG. Well done, Chef Boy Eric. Really put some distance between themselves and the rest of the pack there. We're going to bring in a name we haven't seen yet. We're going to bring in Ender of Games real quick to see how Ender's doing. It is literally anybody's race here. We have 5 racers that are still working on this first section, and all of them have been making some very significant progress. So, no apologies. Rusty! Rusty and Walking Eye both are not having the best of time with this little Yoshi trick here at the end. Rusty and Walking Eye both struggling there, but we've got Ender and Misha both working on this first section, and Misha clears it, gets all the way right there, and just one jump away. But Misha is a trooper. All of our racers are troopers. Yo! Remember what I said about any one of them could make it? One of them did! It's Germ Dub. And yo, Rusty! Alright, Rusty. Yeah. You can always count on Rusty to properly kill a Yoshi. You can always count on Rusty to nail the death of a Yoshi. Well done, Rusty. Welcome to the third section. Walking Eye, you are so close. See if Walking Eye can get back there for a third time. Alright. You know what you need to do. What? Walking Eye. If you looked up "Don't Be Hasty" in the SMW dictionary, you would find this Twitch clip of Walking Eye getting so close, but just being that little bit too hasty. Walking Eye is going to hit that third section any second now. So we got some sync going on between Walking Eye and but the knowledge gap kills the sync. Walking Eye still making progress, getting very consistent on this little shell jump strat. They are making it back pretty thoroughly regularly. That's a word. Yo, Eric. Very, very nice job tonight. GG. And a very swaggy kill of the boss at the end there. The off-screen, no-look, behind-the-back P-switch toss. You love to see it. Well done. made the correct decision, Eric. That is exactly what happens when you kill the boss. So you made a very heady play. Walking Eye. Let's see if can they do it. Aha! Come on, Walking Eye. Stick the landing. Send that Yoshi where it belongs. Well done. Wow, that was violent. I wasn't that caught me off guard how violent that got. I don't know how I feel about that. Anyway, H for Walking Eye joining Rusty here on this auto scroller. That's true. It is in the name. We are 1 hour and 22 minutes into this race. We have Walking Eye and Rustafuzzy on the third section of this really, really, really awesome level from Orca. Unlikely allies. The allies in this case are everyone against the bullets. Nobody likes the bullets. Misha likes the bullets even less. Misha getting through the first section, joining Germdove on second part of the level. Well done, Misha, putting in effort to get here. This is a level that requires the player to really buckle down, it seems. And all of our racers tonight have buckled way the heck down. It has been really cool to watch. There have been some potentially mental booming sections here in these levels that all of our racers have really taken in stride. Whether it's Yoshi clipping into a wall, or... Aw, I'm sorry, Zanian. I hope you're doing okay, Zanian. And thank you for coming out and racing tonight. I know the time zone is not the best for many of our friends that join us across the ocean, but we appreciate you coming out and hope you're doing okay, and thank you for everything you do for the community, not just playing in these races, but everything you do. And listen, no shade to anyone that can't first play an Orca level in one sitting. Orca levels are hard. And that's not slanderous to say. They're hard on purpose. Rusty making it through this auto scroller. Taking time to let the bottom of taking time to let the lava spawn just so that they could jump into it. I mean, you have to check if it's lava. I will speak for our testers on this one, and I think if Logic or Omnom are still here, I don't know if I've seen Sequel here tonight. No, Zany, it's hard. I mean, you're not a bad reader if it's hard to read, and that's, I don't say hard to read as an insult. It's just hard to read. Rusty going for a double grab because I'm not sure Rusty realizes this is a boss fight yet. Rusty has now seen the Big Boo. And Rusty decides, you know what, that's not worth it. Zany, I was praying that your Thwomp strat would work. I was praying that you would find some way to make your Thwomp strat work because it looked so cool. But yes, I think it's safe to say that your strat, while swaggy as all get out, was not the intended strat, as Rusty makes it back to the boss fight and immediately pivots to actually throw things in the face of the... Well, Rusty knows what they need to do now. Germdove has made it to the shell chase, and I think now has the knowledge to know how to pull that shell chase off properly. So, bit of a race update for you right now. Racers, we have our Twitch chat. We have 6 racers left. We have 2 racers on each section. We have Rusty and Walking Eye working on the final section. Rusty just now getting back to the boss fight. Germdove and Misha here are both working on the second section of 3, and we still have 2 racers that are working on the first section. So we're going to be here for probably about another half hour, so we are going to definitely see some more clears. It's going to be great. Fry, that's really not a bad idea. We just don't ask our creators to make clear videos. Some of our testers do. Some of our creators do it for us. Some of our testers make clear videos to help them test the levels better, but it's not something we ever ask our creators to give us. Have someone task each level. You know, we have thought, I don't know how this would work, but I feel like there are some people that might be interested in a Romhack Races Pit Edition, where we work with someone to create a level that would be reasonably taskable within a 2-hour window. I don't know what that kind of level would look like, and I don't know how we'd evaluate it, to be honest with you. But it would be really cool to have some sort of special Romhack Race Pit Edition, where instead of seeing if people can first play a level, we see if someone can task a level within 2 hours, and what that task would look like. Because we have some very talented taskers here within our midst. I don't think it would be something we would ever do on a Saturday, but I think it would be a really cool side event, like a Pride race or a challenge race or something like that. I think it'd be fun. It's just tricky to put some of that stuff together because you want to do it right. And before I get too far into the night and we get close to the end, I want to make sure that I mention this specifically. That's true, you would have to have enough taskers. As Rusty's back at the boss. Summer Games Done Quick 2021 online, benefiting Médecins Sans Frontières. Starts tomorrow, y'all. It starts tomorrow. Celebrate the holiday, not with fireworks, not with hot dogs. Both of those things are gross in their own way. Celebrate it with speed running. Celebrate it with charity. Celebrate it with GDQ. As the founders intend. Oh no, Rusty! Rusty knew what they wanted, but I don't think they put 2 and 2 together on how to pull it off. Rusty knew they had to bail off that question block. Anyway, chat, Summer Games Done Quick 2021 online, powered by Twitch. Yes, I'm getting into the mood because I had my hosting orientation today, and that was always fun. Starts tomorrow, and I would highly encourage all of you to watch as much of it as you can, and donate as you are able to Doctors Without Borders, because it is a fantastic cause. Louis pulled this one out, Bodacious. Exclamation point leaderboard will get you a link to the full rundown so far, but Louis ended up pulling it out. I would encourage everyone to watch the entire GDQ marathon if you can. I mean, that's a lot to ask, but if you can only watch some, or if you're looking to specifically target things that are relevant to this channel's interest, then if you are in the American time zones, I would encourage you to get some caffeine as Rusty gets the clear. Rusty makes it past the boss fight, gets back onto the cement block, and gets through the level. GG, 1.5 hour clear for Rustafuzzy. Well done. We're going to bring in Proto Pizza. Proto Pizza has been working on this level with the rest of us since the beginning, and they are an awesome player, and I'm excited to see them make some progress. But if you're interested in some SMW during your SGDQ, then if you are an American, I highly suggest you break out the caffeine. Because this year at Summer Games Done Quick, we have Kaizo After Dark. 1 a.m. Eastern Time, Saturday, July 10th. As 1 week from today, at 1 a.m. Eastern, as Proto Pizza makes it to the Thwomp Jump, but is unable to get over the Thwomps and get to the shell jump, I should say. 1 a.m. Saturday, July 10th. That is subject to change as the marathon comes and goes. Misha gets through. All right, can Misha stick the landing and make it to the H? Misha, no hesitation, doesn't even bother to think, just goes and gets it. Misha joins Walking Eye here in the auto scroller. GG, and keep pushing, Misha. You are getting very close to calling this thing. But yeah, Kaizo After Dark starts at 1 a.m. Eastern, Saturday, July 10th. And I've just received word from our scouts, by the way, that this is our final 4 for the night. We've had racers that unfortunately have had to DNF for a variety of reasons. It is a holiday weekend. Hands do hurt. No shade at all, and very grateful to all of our racers for coming out and joining us this week. But this is our final 4. Walking Eye is trying really hard to make it a very fast final 3. And they're taking it easy. They're taking it slow, but they're getting the job done. GG, Rustafuzzy. Awesome job. Excellent racing tonight. But yes, mark your calendars. 1 a.m. I'm going to say it again. 1 a.m. Saturday, July 10th. Kaizo After Dark comes to SGDQ Online. We have Super Ben, Kaizo player extraordinaire, Dram Master himself, Super Ben, bringing to the SGDQ stage in what can only be described as about time. Storks and Apes and Crocodiles by Morsel, a Morsel hack on the SGDQ main stage, and Super Ben running it. Third Wall and Amethyst Rocks providing commentary. Yo, Ender, GG, thanks for coming out. I hope you feel better soon. Have a restful holiday weekend. Thank you for the raid. But 1 a.m. Saturday, July 10th, marathon time pending. Super Ben brings Morsel to the SGDQ stage, which means that the SGDQ audience will get to experience everything that we know and love about Storks. Many of them for the very first time. And if you want to be there to watch GDQ chat react to a Morsel hack, then set your alarms for 1 a.m. Eastern, Saturday, July 10th. And when that's over with, do not think about moving. Do not even consider the possibility of moving, because immediately following Storks, immediately following the first ever Morsel hack at a Summer Games Done Quick, we have the first ever Cape hack at a Games Done Quick event immediately afterwards. We have Mr. Mighty Mouse running 8 exit Let's Give Up, which, if you have not been following Mr. Mighty Mouse's practice for GDQ, Mr. Mighty Mouse has been setting world records like they're candy on this. Mr. Mighty Mouse has been on absolute fire leading up to his SGDQ run next week. So if you want to try and watch GDQ Twitch chat, mentally comprehend a Cape hack, it's scheduled for 2 a.m. Eastern, July 10th, but let's be real. Chat, I feel like I can be real with you. I feel like Super Ben's not going to need his entire estimate for Storks. I'm just going to say that. I don't want to jinx it. I don't want to cast aspersions on Ben. I just feel like I think he can beat his estimate. I'm just saying. So be there. Kaizo After Dark, Saturday, July 10th. Summer Games Done Quick online. Twitch.tv/GamesDoneQuick. We are raising money for Doctors Without Borders, one of the best causes on the planet. And it's a Saturday, which means the donation total is going to be super through the roof, which means that we have a chance to hit some pretty spicy milestones if things line up from a donation perspective. So don't miss it. Set your alarms. We're not done here, though. We've still got over 20 minutes of racing left on the docket tonight, and Walking Eye is back in the boss fight. So let's see if Walking Eye can pull off this boss fight as Misha is making their way down. Walking Eye taking it slow and steady. Yo, a major shout out to all of our racers that have been really, really putting in work tonight. See, Walking Eye was trying to do that thing where they're like, oh, boo, I know I can't stay here. I need you to come to me. And so Walking Eye's like, well, I guess I gotta go to you. Alright, Walking Eye lining up for this third hit. Hoping the Eerie generator plays nice. Walking Eye is like, I really wish you'd come to me, but it's not happening. Germ Dove on the chase. Oh, Walking Eye. Walking Eye, the floor disappeared. It went away. The floor is sprites. Walking Eye's going to make it back, though, pretty quickly. And Misha's getting close. Misha is right there now. So Misha is going to... Yeah, Misha not waiting. Misha's like, nope, I go now. And go now means go now into a pit of lava. Go now into a giant pit of lava. You hate to see it, folks, but it is what it is. Walking Eye making it back. Misha, by the way, now already back to the boss fight. I think Misha knows this is a boss fight, so they're not going to get thrown off by trying to go for the switches or anything. Meanwhile, Germ Dove quietly making steady process to get to this third room. Knows how to get past this, knows the order of operations here. Or maybe not. Maybe they don't know they need to bump that shell. I don't know. Meanwhile, Misha and Walking Eye are both at the boss at the same time. Misha has a one-hit, but Misha runs into an Eerie. That Eerie was incredibly rude. And that Eerie gives Walking Eye the opening to squeak out potentially a finish ahead of Misha this week. That's just a very rude, very, very rude Eerie. Walking Eye playing very, very steady, trying to make sure every jump is exactly where they want it to be. Walking Eye now going back for hit number 3. Meanwhile, Proto Pizza's back here at the shell jump. Getting closer every attempt. All right, Walking Eye makes it back with the clear. GG. Well done. Nice recovery on some of those particularly nasty little loving taps from Orca. So we're going to bring Misha up to the top and shrink this thing down to 3. Because we are at our final 3 for the night. GG, Walking Eye. Y'all, if you don't follow Walking Eye, please give them a follow. Hit ! Leaderboard. Or just say, you know what, they're right here in chat. Thank you for the raid, Walking Eye. Everyone, if you don't follow Walking Eye, click their name. Give them a follow. They're a great, great watch. They're a great player. And they're a good person. All good reasons to follow someone on Twitch. Misha's getting close, though. Misha's getting very, very close. See if Misha can pull this. I believe this is hit number 2. Well, maybe not. Maybe they're going for the last hit. Nope, it is hit number 2. All right. Misha's got one more hit left. Can they get the kill and bail in time? Taking it slow and steady, doing what they need to do, and they got the kill, but the ground went poof, and they fell in the lava. 'Tis a mistake you only make once, but it is a mistake that is noticeable. We're getting close, though. Misha's going to make it back there on this attempt. No problem. You know what, Mega? I have faith in you. I have faith in you. That may burn me, but I have faith in you. Sometimes, yeah, fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, something, something. Also, very bold of you to call a man with a voice this deep boy. I will say that. That is very, very, very bold of you, sir. I didn't say I was deep. I said my voice was that deep. I said my voice was deep. There is a difference. I fully admit that. I believe that's called a Dookie Howser, Rusty. Misha is getting very close, but is getting very unlucky here. See, here's the thing about boy doctor. If someone truly is a boy doctor, they're either really, really good at their job or really, really bad. Like, there's no room for a mediocre child doctor. Like, we can agree on that, right? If you are truly a doctor at the age of 12, then you're either incredibly unqualified or a prodigy, and there's no room for anything in between. Germ Dove finding out that Yoshi needs, you need to give that Yoshi some time. You need to let that Yoshi explore. Germ Dove trying to slide this one in. No one's really tried it that hard that I've seen. Germ Dove the first person to really go for this, you know, trying to sneak the Yoshi in, and yeah, Orca's not going to let you do that, I'm sorry to say. Orca is not going to let you do that. Bold if true. Misha making it back to the boss fight. See if they've learned from their mistake. Proto Pizza getting past the shell jump. Oh no! Proto Pizza is so close to getting past this first section. I have faith that Proto Pizza is going to get this H before we call this restream. I have faith. I've been meaning to ask, is it Tater Moog or Tater Moog? I feel like I need to be precise when I say these things, and I want to make sure I get it right. Okay. Yo, Misha getting close. Misha's taking this one super slow. Misha's like, I don't want to make this mistake again. And makes a different mistake. Not the same mistake. Not the same mistake, mind you, just a different one. In some places we call that learning. Duly noted, Tater, thank you. I will file that away under intricacies of names. But I appreciate the thoughtful reply. Proto Pizza back here at the grinder jump. Let's see if they can get back. Oh, that grinder. Yo, if you haven't been here since the beginning, you may not appreciate just how much of a bottleneck. And Germdove is back here again with his friend Yoshi. Germdove just can't let Yoshi escape. Just can't do it. But yeah, if you're joining us this late, first of all, no shame at all. Welcome in, and I hope you enjoy it. We try to schedule these restreams for about 2 hours, and we've had an absolutely phenomenal race, but I don't want to sell short. If you've only been here a few and you haven't really seen just how much of a wall that grinder jump transition into a shell jump through the thwomps has been for all of our racers, not just Proto, but all of our racers tonight. That shell jump after the grinder surf, that has been the stick in the eye for most of our racers. So to see Proto not make it there, that has been the story of many of our racers tonight, those that have cleared and those that are still working. As Germdove finally decides to let the Yoshi walk. Let the Yoshi go for a walk, and it will reward you with an H. Germdove joins Misha here in this last room. Now, we have hit the hour 50 mark. We try to schedule these restreams for about 2 hours. However, if we're close, definitely going to we're going to see if we can't get at least one more clear. Let's be real. I'm not going to let this go without one more clear. We're going good. Germdove's making their way downtown. Spin jumping fast. I hate myself. Misha though making good progress to get back to the boss. The only thing I'll ask him. I'll get back to you and let you know what he thinks. Normally the restreamers, the guys like, hey, we need to get out of here. I just got a PM from LaForce, which was one of the scariest things that any Kaizo player or creator can say. But LaForce informs me that his hack is released. I just thought I'd announce that since I'm still on the air. Misha getting the first hit. That was a sneaky, rude Eerie that Misha did a very good job to avoid. That Eerie was sliding in behind that question mark block and was going to give Misha a bad time if Misha didn't catch that. All right, Misha going for hit number 3. Can Misha bail off the question mark block in time? That is the question. Misha letting it come back. Oh, Misha letting it come back. Not gonna try and one cycle this. Probably a smart move. All right, go for it. And we're in. Misha with the clear. Sub 2 hours for Misha Vargas. Well done. Way to stick with it, Misha. That was a grind. Yeah, smiley face. All right, we're going to move Germ Dove up here to this top left corner. Let them get some sound going and shrink this down to the final 2. I have a good feeling we might be able to get at least one more clear before we call this a 2-hour mark. But let's find out. Regardless, at the end of it, we are going to give our racers. We traditionally, at the conclusion of a restream, we send everyone here watching over to one of the final remaining racers. Because if it's just going to be us sitting around watching one person, we might as well watch it on their channel and give them the love. Germ Dove is going to make it to this boss fight. Gets there before... Oh, I was going to say gets there before the auto-scroller gets there. But, Germ Dove just a bit too hasty. Yo, Proto is making progress. I think... It's hard to say if that's a matter of, like, just a shell jump like that. If you try and technique it rather than just go for it, because it's a very technical jump, but you kind of just need to YOLO it because the thwomps are in your way. So it's a diabolical mix of requiring precision and, I don't want to say speed, but precision and commitment. Committing to a trick in a Kaizo hack is always an important, I don't want to say step, but it's an important distinction. Like, a big aspect of Kaizo is that you have to throw yourself at the trick in order to get past it a lot of the time. And that shell jump through the thwomps is a really good example of a trick that you wish you had more time to kind of line up and eyeball it, kind of like you're setting up for a billiard shot, and you can kind of get the angle just right. But no, Orca doesn't let you do that. Orca's like, hey, do this shell jump after doing a grind, after surfing on this grinder and clearing this other stack of thwomps. Oh, think fast, you have a shell jump now, go. That is a very Kaizo aspect of design, requiring a high level of commitment on a string of movements. Germ Dove has done a really good job of getting past all of those little hoops that Orca has set up, and now Germ Dove reaches the final challenge. Now, does Germ Dove decides to just open all 3 boxes. Now, does Germ Dove go for a grab, or does Germ Dove... Okay. Germ Dove does the knowledge move and learns the very important lesson. This is a boss fight, not a key puzzle. I think that's the strat. That's the smart strat, because given this sort of, if this were a chess puzzle and you were like, all right, what do you do next? You got this path, you got this sign, and you got this item set up. Germ Dove with a long bomb shot with a key. Do you hit the P-switch first and go, or do you take the P-switch with you and find out what's ahead of you? Germ Dove decided to take the P-switch, and it paid off. Now, does Germ Dove make the move? Oh no! So that's a case where Germ Dove knew what they had to do, knew the strat they were going for, and just right at the end, just accidentally, instead of throwing the switch, just dropped it, and you could tell Germdub was lining up. They knew they had to bail off that question mark block. So if they had hit that, they were clear. They were gonna make it. So we got 3 minutes for the 2 hour mark. I have faith, chat. I want you to show some faith. Give us some hype in chat for Germdub. Germdub can make this clear. We know it. Show some love to Germdub. Get this thing done under 2 hours, y'all. We can see this. And look, Germdub getting right back there. We are getting very, very close. All right, Germdub not opening all 3 boxes this time, just taking the first key and making a break for the boss. Germdub with the very, very skillful long bomb shots. Notice most of our racers have just kind of been timing that cycle so that it gets to be a bit closer. But oh no, Germdub's like, I got skills. I'm gonna go long. Maybe it'll wait a little bit closer that time. Maybe that once. It's all good. It's all good. We still got this. All right, y'all. We got this. We're back. Let him come back. Germdub is deciding that the long bombs may be swaggy, but there's nothing swaggier than victory. Victory is the ultimate swag strat. And so Germdub is letting the shot get a little easier, letting the boot come to them. As I say that, they go for the long bomb again. Oh man. That was more auto scroller than I thought was going to be there. Anyway, we're gonna hit the 2 hour mark. We're gonna roll with this. Germdub's close. We're gonna roll with this until we get at least a clear or a significant amount of progress from Germdub here. We're close though. We're very close. And Proto Pizza is still putting in just absolute S tier effort to get past this first section. Germdub back there again. But yeah, it's my biggest advice I would ever give anyone who's seriously wanting to race. And this may not be the most popular opinion, but it is one I sincerely believe, is that there is no strat swaggier than victory. Yeah, you can do things flashy, you can do things hard, you can do things complicated. But if you can keep it simple and reduce the margin for error for yourself, you're going to make life a little easier. As Germdub is showing you, making the shots shorter, it gives them a better chance of hitting them. Also gives you a better chance of not having to go too far off the platform. Alright, now, does Germdub go for the hit, or do they let the platform come back? They showed they had the knowledge earlier. And they got it! Got him! GG. Just a tick over the 2 hour mark. Well done, Germdub. Awesome, awesome, awesome effort, and way to stick with it and see this thing through to the end. Well done, everyone. Just across the board. You do love to see it. It's great to see. We got a coin snake. Germdove building us a coin snake. Thank you for showing off the credits, Germdove. We're going to call that a night, y'all. We are going to go raid Proto Pizza and cheer them on as they make some effort to get past this section and get through this level. They have gotten really close, y'all. Help see them through to the end. We're going to go on a raid here. All right. Everybody, thank you so much for joining us here at Romhack Races for Romhack Race number 146. We will be back next week. Glitchcat will be back from vacation on the microphone to bring you a new race level from the Boogeyman with the clear the credits level from Germdove. 18. We're going to get this sweet port going. We'll be back next week with a new level, Romhack Race 147 from Boogeyman. Boogeyman just made the Pride level, and they made the Pride level on top of having another race level already signed up for. So Boogeyman is on fire right now, and if you like his Pride level, you're going to like his race level. Y'all, before we go, I do want to say the entire ROM hacking community lost someone incredibly important as a person and as a contributor this past week. Nier, if you're not familiar, Nier tragically was taken far too early before his time. Encourage you to pay respect to Nier, both the legacy and the person. Make the community better. If you are having trouble with self-harm, please reach out. There are those to help you. We're going to raid Proto Pizza. Y'all have a great night. Stay safe.